Today, we're diving into a piece of technology you use literally every single day, probably without even thinking twice about it: the modern payment service provider. You know the drill. You find something you want online, you click buy. You're at a coffee shop, you tap your card. You pay a bill in an app. But have you ever stopped to wonder what actually happens in that split second between your tap and that payment approved notification? It feels like magic, right? Well, it's not magic. It's this incredibly powerful, coordinated dance of data. So let's pull back the curtain and see how it works. The star of this whole show is the payment service provider, or PSP for short. Now, the best way to think about a PSP is as the central hub, kind of like the air traffic controller for your money. It's the silent operator that connects you, the shop you're buying from, your bank, and the big card networks like Visa and MasterCard into one smooth working system. It really is the unsung hero of all of digital commerce. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to properly introduce this unseen financial hub. Then we'll break down its core jobs, accepting payments, empowering spenders, and then we'll get into the really cool stuff powered by the open banking revolution. Finally, we'll see how it all comes together to shape the future of finance. Okay, so let's get a really clear picture of what a modern PSP actually is. Because trust me, it has evolved way beyond just being a simple credit card machine. Today's PSP is built on 4 distinct but totally interconnected pillars. The first 2 are kind of the traditional side of the business. You've got payment card acquiring, which is all about helping businesses get paid, and prepaid card issuing, which gives tools to both people and companies to manage their spending. But the other 2, well, they're revolutionary: payment initiation and account information services. And these are changing the entire game of how we interact with our money. Let's kick things off with the most fundamental pillar, the absolute bedrock of what a PSP does: accepting payments. This is the service that makes all of e-commerce, and really all modern commerce, possible. So when a PSP is in its acquirer role, it's doing 3 absolutely critical things for a business. Number 1, it securely processes and sends your sensitive card info. Number 2, it makes sure everything follows super strict international security rules to protect everybody from fraud. And number 3, it provides backup support, like helping manage disputes if a transaction ever goes sideways. Now, the journey of one single payment is honestly a pretty amazing thing. This diagram might look a little complex, but you have to remember this all happens in milliseconds. It's incredible. Let's actually trace the path your information takes every single time you use your card. Let's break it down real simple. Step 1, you tap, click, or swipe to pay. Step 2, the merchant system, which is run by the PSP, grabs that encrypted data and sends it off. Step 3, that data zips through a card network, think Visa or MasterCard. And finally, step 4, it hits your bank, the one that issued you the card, which quickly checks if you've got the funds and gives a thumbs up or thumbs down. That signal then flies all the way back down the chain to the merchant. All of that in the blink of an eye. Wild, right? Okay, so that's how merchants get paid. But modern PSPs are way too smart to just play on one side of the field. Pillar 2 is all about empowering us, the spenders. They do this by issuing prepaid cards, which gives us a whole new tool for financial control. For us as individuals, prepaid cards actually have some awesome benefits. They're amazing for budgeting because, you can't spend more than what you put on there. They're also a big boost for security. If the card details get stolen, a thief can only get their hands on a limited amount of cash. And they're also huge for financial inclusion, giving people who might not have a traditional bank account a way to participate in the digital economy. And hey, it's not just for us regular folks. Businesses use these cards all the time to manage employee expenses. They give a team member a card for a work trip with a set budget on it. And this right here is a perfect example of the PSP's brilliant business model. By offering this issuing service, they open up a ton of new ways to make money, from charging fees for the cards to getting a tiny slice of every single transaction. All right, now we get to the really game-changing stuff. Our last 2 pillars are powered by this huge movement in finance called open banking. And this is what transforms a PSP from just a simple payment tool into a full-blown financial command center. First up is something called a payment initiation service, or PIS. Simply put, this lets you act. With your permission, a PSP can connect to all your different bank accounts and let you start payments from any of them, all from inside one single app. So no more logging into 3 different banking websites just to pay your bills. The other half of this powerful duo is the Account Information Service, or AIS. Now, if PIMS lets you act, AIS lets you see. It pulls together all of your financial data,
your checking account, your savings account, your credit cards, even your loans, and puts it all in one dashboard, giving you a complete, up-to-the-minute look at your entire financial life.
So here's the real magic moment. This is the key. When you combine AIS, which is the ability to see everything, with PIS, the ability to do anything, you get something that is truly powerful. The PSP becomes your personal financial hub, a place where you can see the whole picture and take action, all from one secure spot. So what does this actually mean for you? Well, it means unified access, one platform to manage all your accounts. It means you have control anytime, anywhere, right from your phone. You get instant notifications for any transaction on any account. And believe it or not, it actually makes you more secure because instead of spreading your login details across a bunch of different apps, you're trusting them to just one, highly regulated central platform. So let's zoom all the way out and see how these four pillars snap together to create this integrated financial future that frankly is already here. The modern PSP has gone through this incredible evolution. It started out as just a simple gateway for commerce. That's the acquiring pillar. Then it became a tool for you and me to control our finances with prepaid issuing. And now, thanks to open banking, it's become a command center for taking action through payment initiation and a complete dashboard for your financial life with account information. This evolution isn't just cool technology, it's also a fantastic business strategy. By layering all of these services on top of each other, PSPs create this incredibly diverse and strong business model. They're making money not just from one-off transactions, but from subscriptions, from service fees, from partnerships. It makes them absolutely essential players in the future of finance. So the next time you tap, click, or pay, just remember that quiet revolution that's happening behind the scenes. The entire world of finance is connecting and integrating more every single day. And that leaves all of us with a really fascinating question to think about. As all these services come together, who are you going to trust to be your central financial hub?